Hey everybody, this is Bacter, and wow, we got the hardest 2 achievements in the game. The last time, up here, the don't beat the game in an hour without dying and no quitting. Um, yeah, under an hour, no dying. There's still a whole bunch of stuff for us left to do. So I said I'd get all the achievements. Let's get on some of the vampire ones. For our first 2, we've got to kill a vampire in midair, at mid-jump, I guess. And then we've got to do a quid pro quo where we kill Amber and Evelyn, each with their respective weapons. So the pirouette's not too bad. Again, sorry for the slowdown here, but this is really easy even without it. You shoot the male vampire while the female is spinning down. You throw a hammer at her, or you can bring a gun, which is good at shooting if you don't want to handle tactical hammer throwing. It might be easier with a Revenant, for instance, or something like that. As far as Amber and Evelyn goes, there's only one real wrinkle. It can be a little tricky, and you can sure die doing it, but again, you get infinite tries to do all these things. There's no do or die kind of moment, so it's hard for me to think of these things as really, you know, all that difficult given that background. Don't be shy about your combat shotgun, because, again, you will get all that ammo back. I used one more hammer than I typically like to, but the only thing that means is I couldn't throw a hammer up in this top room here. This level is pretty much going to be the way we routed it for the speed run, but with one difference, which is that we need to take the hammer with us, obviously, to kill the melee vampire, whether that's Amber or Evelyn. Remembering. But down he goes, and he is kind enough to drop his entire combat shotgun for us. We're going to want to do some fancy footwork and attract her attention more, so we'll take care of these 2 vampires. She runs towards us. We do the whole go down a level and strike her as soon as she comes down trick. That works, I'd say, 4/5 of the time. I found it to be good. Just get her with the hammer and then get gun one with the gun. So there you go. Amber is the melee, Evelyn is the ranged. There, finally settled. Okay, now we need to destroy a Sergeant mid-pirouette. So that shows you how quickly you can die, but if you stand right next to this thing and fire, boom, not bad at all. He's pirouetting to shoot you, and he gets exploded. Next, I believe, we have, we need to destroy a body as it's being reconstructed by a general, which is no big deal in this level in particular. Sometimes that general gets alerted and comes down to see what's going on, so you want to be a little quick. There he is. I was hoping to get that body there by shooting it, but never mind. We've got another chance and another general. Basically, you want to be on the other side of the general, because if you kill the general first, it doesn't count for the achievement. So it can be a little tricky to get, if only for that reason. Here he comes in his big, stuffy overcoat. I guess it's sort of the Soviet design. While he's resurrecting the body, if you won't attack him, he just murdered me right after, as you can see, but that's fine. I don't care. I got the Graverobber achievement. Apparently, using their weapon was going to be a thing at one point in time. So now we've got the final 2 achievements. The last 2, not the final 2. We've got others to go after this. But the first one, this one is kind of the most annoying. I'm sorry you have to watch this because it cannot be too much fun to watch. But basically, headshot everybody in Val's nest. And the problem with that is there's no drop in the bullets, which is nice, but it takes a real long time for the bullets to get there. We're sniping from quite a distance away. And the demons have this unfortunate tendency to move around, and it takes a long time to reload the sniper rifle. So, and the thing is, you have to get all headshots, but every shot with the sniper rifle is an instant kill. So it's kind of hard to know, first off, if you killed everybody, because your scope, your view is so limited. And second off, because if you miss even one of them, it kind of looks the same. You can sort of tell a difference between a headshot and a regular shot. But, you know, whatever happens, they explode in all different directions. They burst into fire and blood, as demons are wont to do, I suppose. And these guys are especially obnoxious, because when they start running, they don't really stop. I get kind of lucky here, just in that they do stop more, but usually when I play, they just run back and forth indefinitely forever. I've even found an enemy, I think at times, to use the elevator and get away, which just means you ought to fail this achievement. Now, it's not bad, because if you get done with the sniping section and you fail, you know, you didn't get the achievement you wanted, you can just do a redo. I didn't know you could shoot out the lights there, so that was kind of a fun thing to find out. Never mind. Even walking around can be a little tricky just because you have to lead them by so much. But we're doing pretty well here. We're certainly on track. And if I recall correctly, this is the place where I get gonna get stuck for a while because these guys just like to not ever stop moving. Again, it wouldn't be so bad if you could reload faster or something, but it's kind of an obnoxious loading time. I don't know that shooting out the lights is actually going to be that much benefit because while it's true that they won't see their friends getting shot as easily, though they'll still see the body if they run up right into it, they will certainly see the lights going out, and that'll mean they'll run around regardless, so I don't really buy myself much time there. I guess up here is where I have a run of bad luck because I've got all the greaser demons to take down. And you can see, you know, I just lead by quite a bit, and I'll get like far ahead, but I'll still be reloading the sniper rifle, so it does take its time. Also, they don't always follow continuous paths. They're liable to walk farther in one direction than they did the last time they did a circuit or anything like that. Demons are a bit flighty and unpredictable, as I guess you might imagine. Fortunately, they don't notice all these bullets slamming into the wall by them. I guess this side of the building is just pure glass windows or something. But this is why Le Sniper de Coup, I don't know my French, I don't know what that stands for, is not my favorite achievement. It's just a lot of this. A lot of trying to be careful and time things just perfectly, and maybe if you're the sniping sort, this is just your bread and butter. But, there we go. I'm not usually the sniper in, say, Teams Fortress 2. Actually, I don't play that game a whole lot regardless, but the few times I have, I've been like the scout or the pyro, one of the two. It's still really popular. There we go. Do people still play a lot of that? I'm not actually sure. Anyway, I think they're all gone, and Vol killing her absolutely ends the level immediately, so you want to make sure that you've taken down everybody. So it's nice to just find the floors, do a scan of all the levels. I would have, if I had taken the shot right then, I would have missed those two chain gun demons and not gotten the achievement, which is, as discussed, sort of a bummer. So here we're just scanning everything. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And that means it's Vol time. There we go. One little headshot. She's the easiest because she never moves. I guess she's still looking for you or whatever, but sorry, Vol. I'm sure you were a competent sniper. But nothing next to the old Reaper, and there we go. Le Sniper du Coup. I should look that up. Anyway, the last one that I have that isn't one of the big collectathons, collecting stars and collecting cassette tapes, is not getting noticed in the Ibsen level, and fortunately, thank goodness, they don't make you do the final duel against Ibsen without getting noticed. All they make you do is this first bit here, and so I had almost achieved that last time, but it wasn't important enough for me to take things slow and make sure that happened. Anyway, it's just a lot of throwing of melee weapons here, and they're at a bit of an odd pacing, so, you know, sort of by the time one turned, the others were messing about, and while I probably could have done that, I didn't feel super confident about the timing. So if you're ever feeling unconfident in this game, rearranging your position is always a good tactic, because in here I have control over the lights, and that means boom. And again, only red exclamation marks count as getting sighted. They knew something was happening, but they didn't know who it was. I'm going to go for a different order than I did last time. Last time I went downstairs first, and then I went upstairs. Now it's upstairs first. 3 throwing stars to take out a big demon. And instead of going and fighting or attacking that final Taliban demon, whatever the heck they are, I didn't mean to take out one of the... I wanted to take out the other chain gun demon there, but whatever. Instead of taking him out, I'm going to leave him be, because when you kill him, his body falls off the top and alerts everybody downstairs. Not that that didn't happen anyway, but I was able to thin out their numbers a bit before they came up. Anyway, now it's bolt-action rifle time. For the life of me, I don't know why you would take, like, the 9mm SMGs or the 10mm or whatever kind of nonsense. You see the true power of the bolt action. Just absolutely mowed through them. Only 2 demons left. And fortunately, light is on my side for both of them. I don't have to stand step into the light, get noticed. This is not a swingy door, this is a knocky door, which means I get to position myself, and there we go. These go pretty quickly, and not without too much difficulty after the previous, the big challenge. Getting some levels 5-starred is a little tricky, but just the fact that you have forever and you're able to do it. So there's 5. That's excellent. Now, I'm not going to get all the 5-star ones this time. What I am going to do is get all the tapes, and let me show you what's involved in getting a tape when you're not collecting them in your run-through. I got actually a pretty tolerable amount in our speed run, and I got Ibsen's, which is so great, because in contrast to Vampire Queen, his is a bit trickier. So you see, it doesn't take too long to go down there and attack Roland. If he doesn't drop his tape, then you just restart eventually after, you know, oh, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 30 times he'll do it. This was the bouncer. I got it on this 3rd level here. I just warped right through the pipes and took him out with the headhunter, but I didn't catch the beginning of that, so you just got to see the end of it. I need now the Bat Vampire and Madame Stella's, which is a bit of a bummer. The thing with Madame Stella is, though, that I didn't know until I played through this time, anytime you kill her, even if it's not a final death, quote-unquote, she can drop a tape, which is so nice. With Ibsen, it is only the final death. And you can see eventually, after iterating that through, one of those bats dropped their tapes. Now you can see I only need Madame Stella's and the general skeletons. So it's a weak vampire, weak zombie, bouncer, Roland. It is, I believe, female vampire, bat vampire, and Madame Stella. It is basic skeleton, general, so the big guys, not the lieutenants with the sledgehammers, and Ibsen. And Ibsen's is the hardest to get. Anyway, I got Madame Stella's eventually after grinding through the level a whole bunch of times, and the generals I got on this same level here, and they're just close at hand, so I killed them until I got it. Again, those you just iterate through time after time, so I didn't show them because they weren't all that interesting, but you can see all the tapes here. On hard mode, there is one additional tape, and I'll probably post things of all the tapes and the threads. This is leaving us only War, getting a 5-star mission on every level, and that will immediately earn us Conquest, which is every achievement. Professional we got in the first real level, clocked in against the first real level. Next level that we got Dethroned. Coinage you get anytime you buy anything. Cassette Culture is hard to get. Traditional is the intro stage. Puff, we didn't need the Tommy gun. Remember on the second stage we meleeed the Bouncer. Baba Yaga is easy. You also get one for beating each one of them once. So we got Let the Dead Rest we got the first time, Quid Pro Quo, and the other vampire one we got this time. Yeah, nothing too bad, nothing too serious. Next time we'll get all the 5 stars, and that will be that for normal. Thanks for joining me. See you then.